again live. Let's see how the audio is. Second there. You're on camera.
Oh, hi everybody. Sally Diane here, back from vacation, spending my favorite hour on Sunday with you, our lovely viewers, all my friends. It's so nice to see you, and I would like to thank Pam for sitting in for me while I was on my vacation. It was a very ambitious vacation with a lot of stops, and I'm totally exhausted. I just didn't have the mind space to really do a lot of videos or that, and I'm not all that good with it yet, so I wasn't getting the right the enough of it just wasn't good enough to be put on air what I did get. So I'm sorry about that, but I did enjoy my vacation, and I do have one email. Anybody who would like their questions read right here first on the show, just send an email to info@sallydiane.com before 8 o'clock on Sunday, and your question will be read first. Our first question is from an anonymous spiritualist who works with ghosts and that, and he had visited a house here in Southwest Ontario, and after he left, he's been feeling out of sorts. He's been feeling he's just been feeling out of sorts, disconnected, wobbly. He's just worried that he may be carrying something. Okay, so I just want to see what's going on with my spiritualist friend. Why does he feel the way he feels? Did he pick something up? You know, that sometimes happens to people who do the paranormal investigations, and it's not fun, but it's solvable. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups reversed, so that tells me right off the bat whatever answer you didn't want to get is exactly the answer you're going to get here from the cards. I'm sorry, my friend, but let's see what's going on with you and what kind of advice the cards will give you. Okay, first off is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands talks about working together, getting acknowledgement. So it does say that you did a lot of work where you were at. You probably had some people helping you, and it did help to advance your career. But you also have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is an emotional card, a card of emotional flowing. And you notice that there's also that little cup there, and it's got a cherub on it. And I think it's telling me that you may have carried the spirit of a child with you. And that might be what's pulling you down and making you feel a little detached and disorientated. Okay, and last but not least, you have the Nine of Swords. And it's funny because usually this would be a good card. It's not such a good card in this instance. And this Nine of Swords would usually be an unpleasant card, but in this case, it's giving you a bit of advice. It's telling you that you're going to have to go into a deep trance to kind of clean your aura. So you go into a deep trance, and you want this to be a guided trance. So you want to be able to visualize your aura. You need to visualize your egg of energy around you. You know what that means. And just go around the outside and cut whatever cords. You know, in your meditation, cut whatever cords you see, because you do have something hanging on, but they are telling you that you did do a good job there. Okay. So thank you for sending in the email. I hope I get a lot more emails next week. And without any more delay, let's get to everybody's questions. So who do we have first, darling? Oh, dear. Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't have a microphone, so we're not going to hear too much from the producer today. But we're going to start off with Sonia. And Sonia says, Any messages from my spirit guide? Well, let's see. And you know that I use a pendulum for that, and usually it's my Rudrashka seed. But today, I'm using a pendulum that I got from one of the Psychic Soul Sisters, Lynn Stevenson, and this is part of her Unlock It line. And this particular pendant looks at emotions and love and all those things, matters of the heart. So let's see what your spirit guides have to say to you. What kind of message is there from your spirit guides? Okay, Sonia. I get this feeling that that you've been hanging back on a few things in your life, you know, sort of being a wallflower as the outsider looking in. And your spirit guides are kind of giving you a little push saying, hey, man, get in the fray, start playing the game and taking part. So quit being a wallflower, start participating. That's what your guides want you to do. They're telling me that this is a good energy spirit for you, a good energy time for you during the holidays, and this is a good time for you to pull in the things that you've wanted in life. So work at manifesting for the next couple of months. And thank you for tuning in. So what we have next is Janice Cath. And Janice Cath has liked and is a subscriber. And anybody who hasn't liked this, please do it. It helps us a lot. Whether you like or unlike it, just click one of the thumbs. Either or helps our algorithm. And thank you for subscribing. Anybody who hasn't subscribed, please do. Okay, so next up, Janice Cath wants to know, is Kevin the Scorpio interested in me? Thanks a lot. Okay, so we have been getting an awful lot of questions. How does this person feel about me? How does that person feel about me? And it's kind of, we really wish that the people, instead of hanging back wondering how does this person or that person feel about me, just go up and talk to them. Get an answer. Don't sit back and agonize about it. So if you feel attracted to somebody and you think they may be attracted to you, talk to them. Absolutely reach out and talk to them. And let's see what else the cards have to say to Janice. Okay, Janice, let's see what Janice has to say, what the cards have to say about Kevin. But definitely step up and talk to him, because there's not really anything for the cards to look at right now. And the card that just kind of flipped over was the Two of Swords reversed. And the Two of Swords reversed talks about overcoming obstacles, overcoming separation. So what the cards are telling you about Kevin is you have the Three of Wands that showed up before. And the Three of Wands is telling you to work on it. So it says you're not going to get anywhere with Kevin if you don't do the work. So again, you can't hang back. You have to step up and you got to talk to him. You know, if you want to build a relationship, you have to plant the seeds. And here's where you plant the seeds, even if it's just going up to him and saying, boy, isn't it a nice day today, or something like that. No matter what you say, just start a conversation. You see, you have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles says that, you know, you don't see it, but you could have something very solid here. So again, that goes right back to, you're never going to have a relationship with this fella. You're never going to know for sure unless you step forward and talk to him. But the cards seem to think that it's a pretty good idea, and so do I. And again, you've got the Nine of Swords. So it's giving you an either or. You can sit back and worry and wonder and never connect with this person, because you're not talking to him wondering how he feels about you. Well, he's not talking to you wondering how you feel about him. Step up, talk to the guy. And then we have Dragonfire. And Dragonfire says, hello, lovely lady. Nice to see you back. Oh, thank you for the compliment. And it says, can I get a general reading for the rest of November? Okay, so there's not too much longer left in November. Well, about 11, 12 more days. So let's see what Dragonfire needs to know about November. What does Dragonfire need to know? And I know some of you have noticed that Marcy isn't here. She did send me a message. She does have some things going on, but she will be here with us at 9:30. So she'll be in time for the pick 3. Okay, so
Pick a card.
Pick a card. Pick a card. I don't know why I say pick 3. I guess I'm thinking about the lottery. Okay, so the general reading for the rest of November. So you have the Magician, and it's the Magician reversed. So you may have a desire to manifest, but you might have some trouble doing so. And then you have the Chariot reversed. And the Chariot reversed talks about forward action. Because it's reversed, it's saying you may have a hard time getting a handle on things and getting things to move forward. But then you get to the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is about self-imposed obstacles. It's about defensiveness. So it makes me wonder if the reason why you're not moving forward, you don't have, it doesn't seem like you're moving forward the way you should at the rest of November. The cards are telling you that's because you're not trying to manifest, you're not getting a hold of the situation. So the rest of November is not a time for you to be shy. It's a time for you to step forward and do the things you know you can do and manifest the things you know you can manifest. No time for waiting. Get going. Okay, so let's see who's next.
Kara James.
Kara James. Okay. Whoops. Oh, I just lost. I wish my the chat wouldn't jump like that. Okay, so Kara James wants to know, and Patricia, I did see that. I'll get right back to you. Kara says, "What's the real reason I lost my job with the school?" Ooh, that's a good thing to know. All right, so let's see. And it does feel like something dripping in politics. And when you're dealing with something that's dripping in politics, sometimes you gotta go back to your spidey sense just to get a good feel of who's really on your side and who's not. Because you can't really trust people, what they say, believe them for what they do. All right, so you have the Ace of Wands reversed, the Knight of Cups. So there is somebody who will give you a good reference there. And the Two of Cups. So you're right. You have this Ace of Wands, and it's Ace of Wands reversed. So wands are about innovation. It's about entrepreneurship. It's about getting ideas and moving forward with them. When it's turned upside down, it feels like you probably lost your job because you were kind of stepping on somebody's toes. Because you also have somebody who doesn't like you, who's in a position to say something about it. So somehow you were maybe pushing too hard for somebody else, but somebody felt threatened by you because of your ambition, because of whatever it was you were trying to improve. So you just stepped in the wrong pile of mud there. But there's also the Knight of Cups, which tells me that there's somebody here who likes you and believes in your work and probably isn't happy that you were let go. This is the person to look for reference for your next job. Because when you go to your next job, they're going to want a reference. So figure out who your ally was there and contact them about getting a reference. All right? But yeah, you stepped in the wrong pile of poo there. That's it, plain and simple. Okay, back to Patricia. Now Patricia says, "Can I get a reading for the rest of this month?" Well, of course you can, Patricia. So what does Patricia need to know for this last week in November. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up. And this is the devil. And so the devil tells me, I know that you have, you may have some self-destructive tendencies. I know we all do, but the devil is warning you not to give in to your self-destructive tendencies. So no self-abnegation, no thinking bad thoughts about yourself, no beating yourself up about anything. And let's see what else the cards have to tell you about November. And I don't have an overhead camera, which is why I'm holding the cards up. And I know that the producer will remind me if I forget to do it. So, he said he wasn't going to pay attention.
No, I said, damn, now I gotta pay attention.
Oh, yes, now he's got to pay attention. Oh, that's so horrible. Okay, so reading for the rest of this month. You've got the 10 of coins reversed. And the 10 of coins talks about that financial, the financial foundation. And when it's reversed like that, it feels like you might have shifts in your financial foundation. So this is a good month for you this is a good time for you to be flexible and willing to make changes in your life. Okay, so the same old might not work for you. So be willing to make a change for things. You have the 4 of Wands reversed. And the 4 of Wands is about, community and family and the family and friends and the community that builds up around us. And it's reversed, so it's telling me that you're not taking advantage or proper advantage of the community around you, the people who help you, the people who will support you. Even if it's a matter of somebody who you can talk to when you're feeling a little blasé. So it feels like you're not reaching out enough to your friends and enough to the people who love you and support you. So spend more time focusing on the people who love you and support you. Be willing to make adaptations. And finally, you've got the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands talks about a new opportunity coming your way. It doesn't say whether you're going to take it or not. I just see you contemplating it. So I think that would be like right at the end of November, maybe about 29th or 30th, that you're going to get an offer, because you end November just wondering, should I do this? Should I not do this? Don't forget, same old is not going to work for you. Okay, so who's next?
Our next question is from Deborah, a.k.a. Kangan.
Oh, hi, Kagan.
Kangan. Kangan.
Kangan, right? Yes, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry for screwing up your name. And by the way, Dragonfire, thank you. I like the new intro page too. He does good work. And it's OLI. Oh, Oliver's name is spelled O-L. We call him Ollie, but it's not Ollie like Laurel and Hardy Ollie. It's O-L-I. It's just the first 3 letters of the name Oliver. Okay, so Kangan. Now let's see what's happening with Kangan. What does she need to know? What do they need to know? Nice.
You haven't in 2023 yet.
Oh, yes. He will pull me into... First off, it looks like you do have it... Oh, sorry. Right here?
No, the other way.
Oh, okay. So, first you have the 8 of Pentacles, which tells me that you are going to get a job offer, either a new job or a promotion, but it looks like you're going to get more responsibility because based on the skill set that you have shown, either in your CV or on the job. But opportunity coming your way. And also, you have love and marriage coming your way. I shouldn't say marriage, I should just say a relationship. Because I see a man in your life, and this is somebody who's settled down. There's the man I see coming into your life. He is the King of Cups. It feels like he's a good-hearted person. He may actually be in one of the healing fields, like a teacher or a counselor or something along those lines. It feels like he works with people. He has a very soft-spoken way of looking at things. He's quite a positive person. He's not a big talker, but when he does talk, it's worth listening to. And he is very sweet and loving. And also I see a coming together of community, family, friends. You are becoming part of a new neighborhood, and that's pretty cool. So it looks like the next little while is going to be pretty good for you, Kangan. And that's good because you really had a little bit of a nervous nail biter there for a while. All right. Ashley. All right, Ashley M. wanted to get a reading for December. Well, let's see what you need to know the most in December. So, Ashley in December. Seven of Swords. Ooh. Three of Swords reversed. Interesting. And the Five of Coins. So, one thing you need to know in December is about gossip. And this is about those around you who will use poisonous, toxic words or toxic behavior to undermine you. And this is a negative thing, and this is something that you don't need to buy into. It shows the Three of Swords, but it's the Three of Swords reversed. So this means that yes, you can let the people hurt you. And it's the same old people with the same old nasty attitude that cause you emotional stress. But the cards are saying, hey, this is a good time to ignore them. This is a good time to let it go. And don't let them see that, like my Southern mother used to say, never let them see you cry. Don't let them know that they hurt you. You know how they say the best revenge is living a good life? Work hard on the things that make you happy in December. Take a positive attitude. Spend time with friends and ignore and put as much distance as you can between you and those around you who are toxic. Then we have the Five of Coins. And you see that in the middle you have this couple and he's kissing her hand. This tells me that also in December, you might not be aware of it, but there's somebody who's very much on your side. So I do see a man in your life who is supporting you and who is being kind and comforting. So never forget, happiness is not a destination. It rests between our ears, and we can all find it. All right. Marcy, there's our friend Marcy, our admin Marcy. Hi, it's good to see you here, Marcy. All right. Son, and Son wants to know, is William seeing somebody else when he says he's working? He's at work working. Yeah, okay. Now I have to remind you that usually if you suspect something, it's because there's something there. I know some of us are a little paranoid, some of us worry too much, but 8 times out of 10, you usually feel like somebody's cheating around you because they're at least thinking about it. There's that. Oh my God. Oh yeah, but yeah. He said he's not cheating, he just doesn't want to come home. There's that too.
All right, what they got?
Okay, so first off, you have the Six of Swords. And that is the one that says he doesn't want to come home. And sometimes that happens. So I don't know what's going on at home, but this is a good time to work on making things more inviting at home. To figure out what it is that makes him not want to go home. And as far as the cheating goes, yes, he's working a lot. And even though right now it's kind of to save up a little bit more, there's that part. But you remember I said, thinking about it, there's also somebody in the mix. So I don't think he's followed through with it yet, but he's close. So my advice to you is to, whatever little things you've got going, settle it down at home. Make it a welcoming spot. And I know that's old-fashioned kind of thinking, but I also can feel the pain when you feel like he's looking towards strain, where he's putting distance between himself and home. And that is happening. That's not your imagination. I don't think he's crossed that line yet, but he's very close to it. Try and go back to the first days, the things that he liked about you. And these are things that you're going to have to figure out to save your relationship. It's not too late to do it. Okay. And thank you for tuning in. Oh, hi, Michelle. Excuse me. Oh, I have been feeling tingling feelings, head, feet, fingers. Was wondering if I'm being spiritually attacked or something else. Okay, Sonia. I would suggest, one real strong cure for spiritual attacks is rosemary. Rosemary oil works very well. Also, the Lord's Prayer. You do not have to be Christian for the Lord's Prayer to drop an aura of white light around you. So if you feel under attack spiritually, say the Lord's Prayer 3 times. Get a little bit of rosemary oil and put it on the nape of your neck. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. Rosemary oil is quite pungent.
You need to get that carbonation out of you.
Yes.
Bubbly for you.
Oh, I love bubbly. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say about what's going on with Sonia. Yes, we do not do any medical sort of stuff here. Interesting. All right. What? Yeah? I'm going to start out with the middle one, which is temperance. And temperance is about being balanced, both spiritually and physically. And so the cards are saying you need to find your sense of balance back. And so the cards basically giving you the same advice that I gave you, is to put your spiritual protection right in place. They're also reminding you that you are a well-loved person. So whoever's sending bad energies to you, they're assuring you that there are a lot more people sending good energies to you. You are loved, and you do have a support community around you. And you strengthen yourself by hanging out with friends and family. So protect yourself spiritually with the Lord's Prayer and a little bit of rosemary oil, and spend time around your friends and family. And put some distance between those that kind of give you that creepy feeling. Because a lot of times those are negative people, and negative people will draw energy off of you, so it makes you feel weary a lot. Okay, so no more negative people. Hang around with friends and people who actually care for you. All right. And Michelle Weber, whoops. Oh, yes. So there we go. Sorry, when I hit the button to scroll down, it skips forward a lot. Okay, so Michelle says, hi, Sally. Can I have a reading for the rest of the year, please? Well, of course you can. So what does Michelle Weber need to know most for the rest of 2023? And the cards say, woo, nice. Okay, the first thing you get is this Seven of Pentacles. So the first thing that the cards want you to know about the rest of the year is you need to be very careful about how you budget your money. You need to know where every cent is coming in and out. This is a very important time to be organized around your money. And then the next two cards are very good information. You have the Knight of Wands, who is a young, fiery knight, and he's got eyes for you. So you have somebody coming in paying you attention, which is nice. Whether you're serious about the marriage or not, whether you're serious about forming a commitment or not, it is nice to have somebody pay attention to you. However, the next one is the Lovers, which goes right with it. So this year, you are going to meet somebody who is going to capture your heart and capture your attention and probably a little bit of an obsession. I hope that's a good thing. It just feels, and the reason I say that, it just feels like you're between worlds, like you can be tempted, but you still have a part of a commitment. It's sort of like you've got somebody who's really striking your libido, and you know, somebody you find very interesting, to whom you are attracted. So there's this mutual attraction here. The cards are just telling me that maybe it's a little too soon for you to have a mutual attraction. Maybe you probably have other commitments that you're working out with, because it feels like you have ties that you sort of have to consider before you go after this young, hot thing. Having said that, nice card. Okay, and thank you for asking, Michelle. Oh, time for pick a card. Oh, hi guys, and welcome to Pick a Card for the week of November 20th. So I'm going to fan out the cards, and I'm going to pick 3 cards. Think about what you want. Do you want card number 1? Do you want card number 2? Or do you want card number 3? What's your choice? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Okay, did you pick card number 1? Well, if you pick card number 1, then you have chosen the King of Cups for this week. The King of Cups is a caring, loving country gentleman. Look for somebody who is caring and loving and well established to offer a helping hand and support to you this week. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your card this week is the Ten of Cups reversed. And the Ten of Cups reversed is telling me that this week you will have a chance to make plans for your future happiness. It's reversed, so it's not happening this week, but you can kind of get yourself on the right path, maybe starting a retirement plan, or starting to look for homes, something along those lines, because this is about home and hearth and a well-established home and hearth. So this week you are going to take one step closer to having a well-established home and hearth. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your card is the 5 of coins. And the 5 of coins sometimes indicate that money can be troublesome, but love is not. And that is your reading for this week. It's not going to necessarily be a good news money-wise for this week, but love and support is there for you. So this is instead of reaching for your pocketbook, this is a week to reach out to your friends and those that you love. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you again next week for Pick a Card. Oh. Okay, I'm on, Sally. I replied 9:30 because we all thought you said your show was on. Oh, gee. You see, I've just been traveling, and I can be a little absent-minded. I guess I did say it was at 9:30. Sorry.
That's the first I'm hearing that.
Well, it was when I did those lives. So you were sitting right there when I said it.
I was not here at all. I was sitting in another room.
Whoops.
Yeah, Cool Libra wants a new vehicle.
Do you?
New vehicle or new to you vehicle?
Okay, so Cool Libra. Let's see what cards have to say about Cool Libra and a vehicle. You're saying new vehicle. And the Hanged Man kind of flipped over and showed himself. So the first thing the cards are saying to you is don't overspend. Don't make too much of a sacrifice for your own do not make a sacrifice of your future financial stability to get a new car. So don't get one that costs more than you can actually afford. So we don't want you to get in trouble there. But let's see what the cards have to say about a new vehicle in general. Maybe we'll get the Chariot. Okay, so it's basically the same thing. First off, you get the Empress reversed, and the Empress is about prosperity. So it's that warning that the wrong new vehicle could be a drain on your prosperity. And you have the Knight of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Cups reversed talks about the Knight of Cups reversed can be a bit of a selfish, short-sighted type of person. So they're warning against you being short-sighted just for the sake of a car. So you might need to be more realistic about what kind of a vehicle you can afford. Even if the dealership will give you a loan and a payment for a brand new car, can you really afford that month after month after month? It might be a piece of cake to handle $1,000 a month at first, but after 2 or 3 months, you're going to find that all that disposable income that you put toward the payment is being missed. So just be careful there, because you have the Devil reversed too. So make extra sure that you don't get chained to a payment agreement that you really can't keep up, because the dealer will give you a loan that will put you in a lot of trouble. So be careful that way, Cool Libra. As far as getting a new vehicle, there's tons of vehicles out there to buy, but you just be careful you don't get yourself into Dutch with that, okay? So, Jessica. Hello, Jessica. And Jessica wants a reading for the rest of the year, too. Okay, so let's see what Jessica needs to know for the rest of the year. Feels like you've got a job offer coming in. There's something coming in through the year that's pulling you. It feels like maybe out of province, maybe out of country. It feels like there's a pull away from where you're at. So there's relocation there. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so the cards you have on the sides are both pentacles, and you have the Four of Pentacles here, and you have the Seven of Pentacles here. And there's the kind of a warning here. It's saying, you know, you may have financial stability, but be very careful. Hold it close to your chest. Do not let people know how much money you have or how secure you are. Because you have those that might try and take advantage if they think they can. And here you have the Seven of Coins reversed. So there's this reminder that whatever big windfall that you are waiting for might not come. So again, keep your finances close to your chest. And don't be too horribly helpful. But it does show that overall, those were little suggestions there about your money, but overall, you've got the Ten of Cups. So it says that you have been on a path toward happiness and stability, and you continue to be on that path. Okay, so thank you for tuning in, Jessica. Sounds good. It's a good segue into 2024. And speaking of 2024, Braveheart wants to know, will I find a place in January? Well, January is a good time to look for places. There's, what is it, in Quebec? Is it in Quebec where they all move at the first of the year? I think that's where it is. So, will I find a place in January? The producer is very frustrated because usually he has the microphone so he can butt in. And now he's got to be quiet. I missed that. Okay.
I do not have to be quiet.
Well, then don't.
They can't hear me proper.
Oh. He says that you guys just can't hear him properly. But I can. Okay, so you ask if you will find a place in January. This is kind of funny because it starts out with the King of Cups. And I think the cards are telling me that you're looking in the wrong direction there. It feels like, it really feels like where you're at can be made to be a place to stay. Because, you know, you got the King of Cups and you've got the Chariot. And the Chariot talks about a hard time getting to move forward. And, you know, probably having to get around somebody else's opinions, etc., and so forth. So you have that. So the cards are reminding you that you don't necessarily have to move. Having said that, though, and it won't be easy. It won't be easy to find a place to move. It won't. Well, I think it's the moving itself, and whoever's left behind.
Why do you say that?
Because it feels like the cards are saying you can stay where you're at. There are problems that can be resolved, but it also feels like Braveheart really doesn't want to resolve them.
What's the last card?
Well, I haven't even gotten to the last card.
Oh.
Because the last card is the World. So your answer is yes, 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 yes. You will find a place in January, and you are definitely going to have somebody who does not want you to move and may make it difficult on you. But yeah, you'll find a place.
Next, we have Live Life, who's wanting to know whether Ali should be pursued or not.
Oh my. Well,
If you want to waste your time, go for it.
yeah, because if you're saying, should I move on Allie or pursue, it really sounds like you've been in a holding pattern for a while there, which is, I don't want any of you guys out there to stay in a holding pattern or wait for somebody to get around to decide you're good enough. If somebody's going to make you wait like that, that's a good time to exit stage left. All right. And that goes for the next one, too. All right. Allie, live life. Allie. What should live life do about Allie? Well, I'm not sure that I need to actually look at the rest of them. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, first off, Allie has kind of got connections. I don't know whether these are family connections or whatever. I see that in the little girl there. It feels like friends and family are kind of holding him back. He's got somebody who's playing interference around him. And usually when you have somebody around a person playing interference, it's because the original person has asked them to, either directly or indirectly. But the two cards on the other side of you, which are major arcana cards, you've got the Chariot. And the Chariot says, yeah, get a handle on your own situation and move on. So yeah, they're saying move on, move on, move on. And this one, the Fool, the thing about the Fool is he's very much an optimist. And the Chariot says, move on, get a handle on your life. This is the best thing you can do to be in control of your own life, is to move on and move forward. And with the Fool moves forward even though he can't see what's next on the path. He has faith that there's good things. And it is a positive card. Optimism will get you a lot of places. So, the answer to should I pursue Allie or move on? Move on, move on, move on. And it does say that leaving that behind moves you on to something better. So this whole obsession around Allie is holding you back. And you're waiting for something that's just not going to happen. Okay, so Arisha, when will Hassan contact me again? Oh, another one who's waiting and waiting. Do you really want to spend your time waiting for somebody to decide when to contact you? But we'll see what the cards have to say. Oh, really? Okay, I take it back. Because whatever's happening with him, I wonder if maybe you got somebody in service or somebody who just can't contact you, because I'm not seeing somebody who's purposely staying away from you. And I'm not seeing anybody who's, you have the Five of Wands here, but the Five of Wands reversed. So right side up, it does indicate like childish conflicts and what have you. But reversed, it talks about, whatever he's going through is serious. So he's not staying away to play games or anything like that. The reason I changed my mind was the next two cards. You have the Ace of Cups and you have the Empress, and those are quite well aspected when you're looking at a romantic relationship, because they are about growth, they are about fertility, and they are about childbirth. So I know the question was, when will Allie contact me again? He will contact you within 5 weeks. This is something that will end up, eventually you'll have his children. So yeah, you should wait for him. You're more patient than me. It'll turn out well for you. Okay. So 79. So 79 wants a love reading for next year. Okay, love in 2024 for So 79. It's really hard doing this with just one microphone, just because I'm so used to him reading off and talking through. So he'll be back next week. So, love reading for next year.
I'm not joining them to do anything.
Okay, so it starts out with the Eight of Coins reversed. So it's saying, and the Magician reversed. So what this is saying is that love will manifest when it wants to manifest. Don't work too hard at it. Just relax and focus in on something else. And you ask for when, and I see the Five of Swords. And so I see it happening more around May for next year. Love coming in. But there's this warning that you don't need to do anything. Just relax, be yourself, do the things that you like to do. But you don't have to join a club or flirt outrageously or join a dating service or anything like that. Love will find you in May. Okay, so Leona. Leona, what energies are present around my connection with M? New potential romantic connection. All right, Leona. For one, and you have to promise me, if this is good, then you need to contact him. Because if you don't talk to him, if you don't make that contact, nothing will ever happen. He does think of you in a positive fashion. They think of you in a positive fashion. I'm trying to get pronouns right. I'm just kind of back in the 90s, eh? So they do feel good about you. So there is this, the connection is good. There's good potential here. Then you have the Knight of Cups. So they will be reaching out to you and contacting you more. Be receptive. Don't make them wait around to have their messages returned or anything like that. You've got a lot of cups here. There is a romantic connection here. So don't be shy. Don't play games. Don't drag your feet. Yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. Yeah. And last word, just like I told you, the Nine of Wands reversed. And when the Nine of Wands is right side up, there's kind of a defensiveness there. You know, kind of standing standing by an old attitudes and stuff like that. What it's telling me is be open-minded. And be careful not to get defensive, which means that sometimes when you have strong feelings about somebody, you interpret what they say the wrong way. This is a kind, loving person around you. And so if they say something that brings that defensiveness up and you feel that wall coming up, take time to clarify the meaning with them and let them know how you feel. Okay.
Next we have Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
Why with the connect? The reason we're not doing your reading is since you can't be bothered to write a full sentence, we can't be bothered to give you a reading.
And in case you guys didn't hear that, vibe with the connect. The producer has said, since you can't bother to give us a full sentence, we can't be bothered with giving you a reading. Okay, Alicia. A reading for the rest of the year for Alicia. Alicia, who has to come up and see me sometime. Okay, so for the rest of the year, you do have some good cards here, although you have this reversal too. You have the Lovers reversed. And so the Lovers is about relationships. So I think you might find that romantic relationships move a little bit slow and maybe a little difficult to get off the ground. I also have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So it does say that there is opportunity, but it's not going to come during this year. You're not going to get the raise or the new opportunity that you're looking for until you hit January or February, which, by the way, is a time when love heats up a little bit more too. And then in the middle, which is how I know you're going to get these things, even though there's going to be delay around it, you have the World. And the World is about achieving the things you want and love and money on both sides. It's not happening this year, but this is a good year. This year, the end of this year, is when you set yourself up for love and money in 2024. And you will have plenty of opportunity to do that. And the things you do to set yourself up for 2024 are very, very effective. So that's what you should be doing with the rest of 2023. So it looks like 2024 is going to be a banner year for you.
We do not have time for follow-up questions or second questions today. Ipavitra.
Okay, so Patty C says she loves the earrings. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're little tatted. They have little tatted flowers around them. Tatted is handmade lace. My oldest sister Betty, who has passed, made these earrings, and so I love them too. Thank you for noticing.
Okay. Please let me know how my lover currently feeling about me. No, you go ask them.
Yes, please.
Eva.
Hello, Thelma. Yes. Is there good energy to go to Aspen with my son and daughter-in-law next week? Thank you. We don't always get along. Oh, yeah.
Stop complaining, especially about the price of things.
Oh, gee. Yeah, my southern mother used to say, you can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. So, whatever you have to say, figure out a sweet way to say it.
They just find it off-putting.
Yeah, well. Yeah, well, it's hard because everything seems so much more expensive than when we were younger.
She didn't hear me.
Yeah, okay, so what the producer said, he picks up on things too. And he said the very first thing is quit complaining about money.
No, about
the price of things. And he said that your son and daughter-in-law find that off-putting. Like you go to a restaurant, and yes, when we were in college, all the meals were under $10 and yada, yada, yada. But that's not the reality of today. And the younger generation is in step with the prices. So it's kind of like when we were kids and our parents would complain about how cheap things were during the Depression. Apples were a penny for a dozen and that sort of a thing. So, yeah. Let's see.
Let's see what the cards say.
Yes, let's see what the cards have to say. Now, when Do you guys hear him at all?
Nope.
He said no. Okay, so Thelma, let's see how that trip to Aspen's going to be. You ski? Yeah, I see this. Okay, so I've got to say the producer was so right, because the first thing you get is the devil. And it feels like they're giving you a chance. They really are, but it just seems like there's this negativity. It's kind of like I don't know why, and I think you just can't help yourself. And when you say they don't get along, it makes me wonder if you like your daughter-in-law, because for some reason you're extra complaining and around, around them, and they feel that like they can't say what they want to say or do what they want to do. So try and relax and be positive about things, because they're trying to draw you in. They're trying to keep a relationship going with you. So you just need to be as pleasant as possible.
There for a good time.
You're there for a good time. Not to try and control them, not to try and tell them how to live their lives or anything like that. You got to be perfectly chill about that. And you also have the King of Wands, which I imagine would be your husband maybe, or your husband, or maybe your father, because it feels like there's a man there that you're constantly saying, well, he would say this and this and this, and he would say that. And again, no references or anything like that. Your son dearly loves you, but he dearly loves his wife too. And he would really like to see the two of you get along. And so, like I already said, my southern mother used to say, always keep your words soft and sweet, because you may have to eat them tomorrow. So keep your words soft and sweet. Remember, what they're doing for you is a loving thing. They're really trying to reach out to you in a loving way. And it may be your last chance. So go against nature. Be nice. Be very, very, very nice, very accommodating.
Aspen's in Colorado, right?
Yes, it is. And that's where they go to ski.
Yeah, good. Then on the way to the slope, go get yourself some weed. Chill your ass out.
He suggested that you go to one of the dispensaries and get yourself something to help chill out. But Nafsha, how's my Thanksgiving break going to go with those I will be spending it with? Ooh, nice. Well, hopefully a lot of turkey.
You say that even though you hate turkey.
I do. I hate it, but everybody likes turkey. And the tryptophan and falling asleep on the couch, blah, 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 blah. We had prime rib. I love prime rib. So, Banavshah's Thanksgiving. And yes, one came flying out. We'll take a look at that one first. And the one that came flying out is the Five of Swords. So the first thing I have to say is that,
That's one tough bird.
Yeah, that's one tough bird, and that's probably true. But I'm worried about you getting a cold. So if you feel a tickle in your throat, and I'm not giving medical advice, but I heard a rumor that if you take zinc when you first feel a cold coming on, it helps knock the virus out. Don't know whether it's true or not, but it's what I heard from a reliable source. Well, I can tell you from person.
Is it your southern mother?
No, it's not my southern mother. But I know from experience, if you're going to take zinc, take it on a full stomach. Trust me. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so we'll start out with a 10 of coins, and it's a 10 of coins reversed. So it does say that I think you're going to have fun, but there is that idea that maybe you're going to end up spending a little bit more money to get there than you actually anticipated. The Two of Swords is there, so I do believe that you will be able to sort of bury the hatchet, if you will. You'll be able to make things right between you and a family member. I like to see that. And the very last thing is the Ace of Pentacles. And so the Ace of Pentacles is a very positive card. It's about the sun. It's about prosperity. It's about all the good things. So it will be a good Thanksgiving. There will be the dinner will be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So take care of yourself that you don't get a cold, because there's a little virus around that wants to make your vacation miserable. So somebody said to eat an apple a day, keeps the doctor away, stay out of drafts, stay out of chills, stay away from anybody who's sniffly, whatever you can do to avoid getting a cold. It's 10:04. Okay. So I think that means that it is time for us to leave. And I know that there are some of you who did not get their questions answered. So, but thank you for tuning in. Remember, if you want to see me in person, you can get an appointment at Spa Near the Tracks at 519-272-1293. And you can make an appointment to see me in person, or I could read you from anywhere in the world online. You can set up an appointment by sending me a request to info@sallydiane.com, and that's also the same email address you use to send in questions for the show. Any questions you send on email are read first. Remember to like, subscribe, tell all your friends, and have a wonderful week. We'll see you again from our home studio next Sunday for another edition of Psychic Sundays Live with Sally Diane and the producer. Thank you. Bye-bye.